Bob the Vaping Computer Guy. Today we're going to do a quick unboxing and review of the Sense Cyclone tank. Okay, so let's do a little unboxing here of the Sense Cyclone sub-ohm tank. We got a slide-off sleeve, which really has nothing on it but a serial number. Right. Got a little sticker, which won't feel tough. Tank. Looks like we got one coil. It says 316L, 0.2 ohms. And extra Pyrex. Don't think there's anything else underneath here. Okay, so now it's pretty wide bore drip tip in there. You can see that too well. Let's see. Ignore those sounds in the background, I'm just dropping everything all over the place. That looks kind of scary in there. Another coil, 0.6 ohms, 150 watts. Let's remove that for now. Portion looks like one solid piece. So you'll have your coil on the bottom, which I'm going right to that 0.2 ohm coil. We're going to clean this out. And cleaned up here. Let's put it together and juice her up. Here's your main body. Now, take the tank. Just put your tank on there. Check our coil. Now I'm going to grab the, let's see, remember we have a 0.6 ohm. Come on. You have a 0.6, 150 watt rated, and you have a 0.2
says 316L. Let's use the 0.6. I'm use this 0.6 150 watt rated coil. Base here. Screw it in. Let's juice up a little bit of this juicy fruit from Exodius liquid. That starts sinking in there. Screw that into the bottom. And you see here your symbols for, come on, focus. Right, there's your fill. And there's your vape. So it's on vape right now. Change that to fill. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There you go. So fill. That's fill, and that's vape. And what that does, focus, I'll show you, is right now it's on fill. You put it to vape, it opens it up. And what that'll do is your juice will flow from up here down through those holes and then cover your coil, which is sitting in the center here. So when you close it off, you're preventing, you're sealing off the vacuum so that you can pour your juice in here and not have it go right onto your coil and leak back out, which it will do. So we're leaving that closed right now. A little more water in there. Just break it. A little more water in there. We'll get that out of there. Let's screw this on with our coil. Allows you also to replace your coil without having to empty the tank. Everything's nice and tight together. And confirm that this is on fill, which means it's closed off. Take our juice. I already see it fill it up down here at the bottom. Specs on what this holds, because it's holding quite a bit. Right. Leave a little bit of air on the top there. Yeah, we get a little more in there. Alright. Now, this will seal that off, by the way, as you can see. Not the best gnarling there, a little hard to grip, especially with wet hands. Alright. You also have a top airflow. As you can see there, you can open and close that. I'm going to leave that closed. Alright. Now, we can go down here and switch this from fill to vape. You can see a little notch there. Alright, so that's allowing the juice now. That's allowing the juice to flow down and onto the coil itself. I'm going to use their dripper, which you can see is coated inside as well. Water squirting out, that's all that is. Let's dry that off a little bit more. So there we go. That was Cyclone tank. And a lot of the juice went down, so it's hard to see. When I hold it straight, I'm about 3/4 of the way full. Okay? Doesn't look like it now, but it is. I'm going to leave it like that for now, vape on it, and of course fill it back up later. Let's go have a vape. Okay, so the Cyclone tank is all loaded up,
Let's see how full I have it. This is the first vape off that 0.6 ohm coil. It's rated 150 watts. I'm not going anywhere near there. I'm going to start off at 50 watts, and even that I worry about starting at. Usually you want to start it lower than that and work your way up. But let's see what happens. Very little, but I can hear the coil. You know, there's a noise when you're vaping and you start to get down to where the cotton is like a sponge sucking it up because it's running out of juice. Well, I hear that, so I don't want to push it here. Let's go down to 30 watts before I end up burning that coil. And I got it pretty wet. I'm on vape. Everything is, you know what it is? Maybe my top airflow. No, not my top airflow, the bottom airflow. I didn't bother to mention any up close, but there is your airflow right there. Alright, and that just keeps turning. So maybe I didn't have that open enough. Let's try again. 30 watts. Strange, nothing happening yet. Very little in there. Almost feel like I'm burning it. Something doesn't seem right there. If I turn this here, the way it would be when I'm using it, you can see it opens up in there. And you can see, I don't know if you saw that real quick, but the juice is starting to come out there, bottom. Come on, focus. There you go. So if you saw that real quick, so that means the juice is coming out. So I'm going to leave that open. Put a little bit more juice directly on my coil, not that it should have any problems at this point. That little metal cover they put over the coil seems to have popped off. Tamping it back down there. Take my coil. Make sure that didn't fall off. Put her back on. 150 watts my ass. Alright. So you can see bubbles as the juice goes back into that chamber down there. Okay, so the bottom chamber's filled up again. Power mode, it's reading 0.64, 0.66, 0.65, 30 watts. So let's try it with the stainless steel coil and see if it's any better. Maybe I just got a bad coil with the other one. All right. So we have the stainless steel coil in there. We have this set on vape. We have the airflow fully open. Tank is tight. Juice is in there. Alright. We're set for 40 watts. Start off. That's already much better than I was getting anything with that 0.6 ohm coil. Let's go to 50 watts. That must have been a bad coil. I mean, this is vaping adequately, aside from the juice that I still have all over me, which is not, I don't think that's coming from the tank this time. So let's try this now. We're at, let's try 60 watts. Well, she's vaping. So that something must have been wrong with that other coil. This is still getting pretty hot under there, though. That other one would have been a lot worse just by doing that. The taste isn't so great. 0.25, getting about 3.7 volts, 60 watts. She's vaping. That coil was bad. Right? That's my only explanation why that coil was just horrible and overheating, and got rid of it. Alright, second the vape. 60 watts. 70 watts. 80 watts. 150 watts. No way, I'm not doing that. So there you go. That's my first experience with this Sense Cyclone tank. I don't think I'm going to come back and come on. I don't think I'm going to come back and do another review further up on it, or even wait and add more onto this later. There's a lot of reviews out there about this tank. You can look at them to get a feel of how it is after time. My initial experience wasn't very good. It's vaping fine now, I would say, and not leaking, but the taste is not that great, and it does get hot. I thought that Phantom sub-ohm tank, I thought this thing got hot. You know? Which is my favorite sub-ohm tank right now. I thought that thing got hot, but this thing is much worse. Back and commenting more about this, and I was editing the video and trying to vape on this some more for the last hour, and I thought I have to add this into the end. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't. Well, I could, but I want to do it anyway. This is, in my experience, the worst tank I've probably ever used. Maybe it's just my bad experience. Maybe I'm having bad luck with it. Maybe I'm an idiot and doing something wrong. But I use a lot of tanks, and this thing, even with this fancy inside, it's supposed to be protecting you. I know, there it is. You know, it's supposed to. I'm getting spit back, and I'm getting my tongue burnt on this thing. I'm getting, not a lot, but 3 or 4 times, I've gotten spit back through that. Hot spit back, especially at 60, 70 watts. I've had leaking. I've had gurgling. The first coil was bad. The second coil is still gurgling. It's getting flooded. There's too much juice getting into there. I'm not having good experience with this thing. It's getting extremely hot. The taste has improved slightly as I've been using it. But overall, this has not been a good experience with this tank. I am not happy with it, and I can't recommend it. So I'll probably get a lot of people writing saying that I don't know what I'm doing and that it works beautiful for them. I'm glad it's working great for you. In my experience with this tank, it's been bad from the start. I can't say anything good about it except the design looks good, and if it worked, it would be good. That's it. That's what I gotta say. Take it or leave it. Have a great day.